Hey everybody, it's Jennifer here with Canvas Sign Designs. Welcome to this week's edition of Hand Lettering Happy Hour. How are you guys doing? As you are jumping on, say hello. Let me know who is hanging out with me today. I am just gonna zoom in on my camera here just a little bit so we can get a little closer view of the project that we are gonna be making today. Let's see, why are you acting weird? Okay, so today I'm going to be using this 6x6 canvas. It's kind of like a block, canvas block. And I'm going to be using this template from the template library, this Grace and Glory. This one came in a bigger size and I just scaled it down just a little bit so that it would fit the 6x6 sign. So I am going to zoom in my camera just a little bit closer since this project is a little bit smaller and doesn't require such a far away view. Hey Lisa, hey Leanne, hey Michelle. Let me go get the bigger template just to show you how it comes when you print it off in the Happy Lettering Club. This is one of the templates from May, one of May's templates. So it comes in this size right here, and I just scaled it down in my printer settings and just kind of played around with it to get it to fit this size canvas block. So that is what I'm going to be making today. I thought this would be really cute. I have these two books that I found at an antique store to set for like any patriotic decor, and I thought this block would be really cute to just set on top of it here. So I'm gonna make that to go with that in my house. Hey Brenda, hey Lori, hey Linda, how are y'all doing today? How is the weather? You know what? It is going to be 96 degrees here in Texas today. It is already so hot, but I don't care. I love the warm weather. Okay, so I bought these at Michael's, but you can get them anywhere. I like these big blocky canvases. These are kind of really nice because they sit by themselves, like on your shelf. And I don't know, I like the thickness of them. I also like it because I can paint, you know, kind of a design or pattern along the sides and something different on top. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. And we're going to do this. So I thought we would paint this like a navy blue. So I'm going to use navy blue from Volk Art here. Brenda says it's muggy where she is. Linda said, starting to see the sun come out from the rain. Ugh, Trisha, I know she's in South Texas. She's got some warm weather today too. Probably warmer than I have. Hey, Colleen. This is probably my favorite template from this month's designs in the Happy Lettering Club and in the template library. For those of you that are just subscribed to the library, you get that template plus all your other templates. If you are not a member of the Happy Lettering Club or the template library and you'd like to know more about it, you can just comment HLC and I will send you an automated message with the link there, or you can just go to happyletteringclub.com. Hey Pam, how are you? But if you don't know what the template library is or the Happy Lettering Club is, we got a lot of ladies on here that are members in the Lettering Club. Hey Michelle. And then there's a lot of ladies that are just members of the template library. So the template library is access to a library full of lettering templates, and there's probably about 350 different templates in there, and I add 10 every month. So we are using one of those templates for this time, one of our May templates. Okay, so I'm just painting this because I thought the top, because I thought maybe I might do red and white stripes here, but I don't know. It might be a little bit too much. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe too like busy, but I thought it might be cute. Oh, Linda says she loves the lettering club. I am so happy to hear that, Linda. Hey, Michelle. Navy is my favorite too, Trisha. Big surprise. We always like the same things. Hey, Miss Barbara, how are you? Oh, Michelle says it's going to be a high of 72. And you have a sweatshirt on and you're freezing. I bet. You guys probably don't get weather that warm, 72, Michelle, where you are, very often. Okay, yeah, it's crazy. Earlier this week, the high was like 70, and today the high is 96. It's insane. Like, it's just May. It's been a long time, I think, since the high has been in the 90s like that warm in Texas in May for a long time. If it's 96, you're dying. I know. It's probably going to mean that we're going to have a really warm, very warm summer. It's been pretty mild. We actually got a spring this year, which we usually don't get. I feel like we hardly ever get spring anymore. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to decide. What do we think? Do we want to do red and white stripes on the edges, or do we want to just do all navy with white lettering? Y'all tell me what you think. I'm kind of feeling like maybe all navy with white lettering. Thank you, Trisha. Okay. Michelle said stripes. Okay, we'll do stripes. I think I'm going to do the lettering first, and then I'll go with the stripes. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do my good old dry brushing here. Just kind of make it a little vintagey looking here across the top. This would also make a really cute door hanger if you did it like in a bigger size, but I thought I just need some more interior decor. See, look at that. That looks like blue jeans. Isn't that look cute? Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Let's see. Let's put that in water here. Let me dry this. And maybe all red that way and red, white, and blue. Oh, that's a good idea, Linda. Hey, Dixie. Hey, Dixie, how are you doing? Did you find out about your arm? We were talking about you on Sunday night. I said, has anybody heard from Dixie, how she was doing? I keep meaning to message you and ask you how you're doing. Okay, so this is the scaled down version of the template, and I'm just gonna kind of cut around here so that I can center it on my canvas. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Roxy. Hey, Marisa. You're late as usual. I'm always late, so you know you're in good company, Marisa. So Marisa, or everybody that's just now jumping on, I am using this 6x6 block. It's just a canvas block that I bought at Michael's. I know they have them at, you know, Walmart and Hobby Lobby, but I like these because I thought this would be really cute as a little shelf sitter. I have these old books that I got at an antique store, and I thought this would be really cute just to kind of set on top of the books, like on a little side table. So that is what I'm making, and I'm using the Grace and Glory template from the template library, and I just scaled it down a little bit, and I'm going to put it on here and do white lettering. And I needed to get my white paint pen. Y'all, I went to this new Hobby Lobby. Okay, it's not a new Hobby Lobby. It's just a Hobby Lobby that I don't normally go to. And I went the other day and they had, they were selling individual Posca paint pens, which I can hardly ever find those being sold individually, not in packs, at Hobby Lobby. And they were $2.99 each. So I grabbed a couple, and I got a finer tip one, and I think I'll use that for this design. Hey Marilyn, how are you? Hey Monique, how are you? I know I love this template too, Monique. I was saying earlier that this is my favorite one, I think, from the template library this month. There's just something about it I love. So I'm just gonna, grab some washi tape. I'm just gonna put that there so I can tape down that. And then I'm just gonna use my transfer or my graphite paper. Hopefully, you got to be careful with canvas. Like if it's not a canvas panel, it's not, hard. It's, there's a little bit of give in it. So I'm going to check this after I do this G and just make sure. Okay, good. That transferred lovely. Sometimes you have to press a little harder with the white. And when you're using these canvas panels, it kind of can make it sag in the middle. So I don't want to press down too hard. And I thought this would be, I thought about doing it on a bigger sign, but I think we can always find spots for little shelf sitters for holidays. So I like to do those sometimes just so everything's not the same size in your house. And let's see, let's do these little stars. I made this banner last year that said, "Oh My Stars." And it was blue with white lettering on it. And I sent it to my friend Crystal Witten because she saw it and she wanted it. And so, but I loved how it turned out. And so that I'm going to try to mimic that kind of look, the color combos. Okay, so that all traced very nicely right there. I'm going to have to make that "Oh My Stars" for myself again. But okay. So this one is a PC3M. Typically I use this one, this PC5M, which is kind of like a medium bullet tip, but sometimes it might be too big for like a sign like this. So I think I'm going to use this new one for this. So I forgot to get it out and shake it up and do all of the things. That "Oh My Stars" template is in the template library. Yes, that is one of my favorites too. I'm gonna have to recreate that sign again. I really want to make a door hanger with that. I love that template. That was so that will be, if you just search "Oh My Stars," that should pull up. Dixie said, "Oh, you have surgery tomorrow." Oh my goodness, Dixie. Okay, I'll be checking in on you to see how you're doing. I will be praying for you, girl. Who knew? Now you gotta go through all that just from falling down. That's really stinks, Dixie. Okay, so this one, the tip is just a little bit smaller. So here would be the one that I use a lot. So you can kind of just see. I don't like the super fine tips, but this one is just a fine tip. It's not ultra fine. I don't like the ultra fine one, but I do like this fine one. And the canvas is a little bumpier to letter on. So just know that if you are lettering on canvas, it's going to be a little bumpier. Just be okay with that. These can always be a little bit hard too because it is sorry, it's a block and your hand's gonna fall off. So this is what I do. Let me grab something real fast. I forgot about this. I haven't lettered on something like this in a while. Usually when I'm lettering on something like this, where there's like, it's so tall, it gets kind of hard when you're getting toward the edge because you have nowhere to brace your hand. So I usually either get some books or something that's equal size so that I can rest my hand on that so that I'm not having to worry about my hand falling off. So just a little helpful hint from me to you. I'm just going back through, making these lines a little bit thicker and just kind of smoothing out anything that I see that I want to smooth out. I got that a little thicker than what I want. So do y'all put patriotic decor in your house for Memorial Day, or do you wait and do it in July? I typically put like patriotic stuff up like in May, and I'll leave it up through the end of or through Labor Day. I might put like a summer door hanger on my door, but like the inside of my house, like my fireplace mantle, stuff like that, I usually do like something patriotic and keep it up mostly because I'm lazy and then I don't have to change out my decor for a while. Ah. Marisa says she usually does the 4th of July. I have the best 4th of July sign that I made a few years ago, and I love it so much. It's my favorite. But it says 4th of July, or it says Happy 4th of July. And so I can't use it until it's 4th of July or around 4th of July. It is my favorite. I love it. Let's see. I'm going to be doing some more. There's a lot of patriotic templates inside the template library. There's a good bit under, I think it's under the category patriotic. There's several because, I have certain holidays that I love to design for. And then some seasons, I can never think of anything. And so patriotic ones are ones that I enjoy designing for. So I usually do a lot. But I'll be releasing a few more next month. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading Linda's comment, and I should probably just read it out loud instead of just staring at the screen. Let me finish my G, and then I'm gonna. Okay, so Linda said they have a house in Georgia. Pool is open for Memorial Day weekend, so they go and decorate, and that way when they come back in July, the house is all decorated. Oh, that's such a good idea. Great idea, Linda. That sounds lovely, by the way. I wish I had a pool at my house so I could decorate for. Yes, fabric garland. Tie the fabric in knots. Yes, I think that's what, I mean, I don't know if that's what it's called, but I thought when you said fabric garland, that's what came to my mind. So I don't know what else it would be called. But I do like those. I saw some of those at Hobby Lobby. I think I have a garland of burlap stuff, but I need to update a lot of my stuff. Now that we're in our new house, like I just feel like a lot of my old stuff just doesn't fit well. And we didn't have a house last year, so because our house wasn't done. So it's been like for every holiday this year that I've been decorating for, it's like I'm pulling my stuff out and realizing it's been 2 years since I've used it. So if I was lettering on wood, I would probably go a lot faster, but you just got to be a little bit slower and more careful on the canvas because it's just bumpy. So one good tip is to just don't press down super hard with your marker. Because sometimes when you do that, it kind of splatters or it feels bumpier. I don't know. Like when you go a little bit lighter, it tends to kind of like, I don't know, fill in all those little grooves. So kind of pick up the pressure on your paint pen when you're lettering on canvas and it will help. But also just know that it's going to be a little bumpy, but it will still turn out good. I got my O a little wonky here. And our Y. Hopefully I wasn't in the way of the camera. Sometimes I get super involved in what I'm doing and then I'm like not paying attention. And I'll be blocking the camera. Okay. I think that's good. Let's see. think my example has this a little thicker here. That there. I'm just gonna flip this over and kind of smooth out this little. If you've watched me for any length of time, you know I sit and do this after I'm done. Okay. And I think I will do the stars in red, although I didn't think about it. I don't, let's see, I have this red paint pen. Okay, so red, let's see, what else do I have? Do I have any? Sorry, I was trying to think, remember if I had any markers. Why aren't you shaking up? I don't need to. Okay, so red is kind of hard. Depending on the paint pen brand that you get, the red Poscas are like a orangey red. So Posca has two reds. One like this, which is always too dark, and this one is like too orangey, like too light. I don't like the Posca's red paint pens, so I will buy either Molotow, if you've ever heard of that brand. That is this brand right here, because I like their color of red. This one is just really fat and it's not the right size for me. Or I'll buy this Painter's brand. Their red is good. So that is the scoop on red. This one is a little, I'm going to fill these in. This one's a little fat. But I don't have a fine tip one. Which is kind of good. On this navy, it kind of gives the appearance that it's a little darker, which is kind of good because it matches my books. More of like Americana color. Okay, that's cute. And then we're gonna do the red, red and white here. Now let's see what this red looks like. It might be, no, I might could use, oh, look at this. I don't know. I haven't used these in a really long time. So I got to shake it up for a minute. You would, Marisa said, put glitter on the stars. Yes, that's a good idea. That's okay, Sandy. We are welcome to have you anytime. Hey, Marilyn. Okay, so this is, again, that Molotow brand, but y'all look at this. Isn't that, I just love these big old markers. I haven't used this in a while. This brand is really good. They're just a little bit more expensive, but they are refillable. So you can twist off this top and fill it with the red inks. You can just buy the red ink, so you don't have to buy a new paint pen every time your paint pen runs out, which is awesome. This is a brand right here. Molotow. I don't know how you say it, but that's how I say it. Okay, so it's kind of uneven right here, so. Need to get that ink flowing a little bit more. There it goes. You can see this is a really good red color. That's better. Cute. How cute is that? Love it. So let's see. Let's make this one. Red. I used to do a lot of door hangers with like stripes around the border. And so these were always really nice. You could just do this with it. I was always looking when I made door hangers all the time and was selling them and doing paint parties. I was always just looking for ways to get the effects that I wanted fast. So here's where we're going to get a little, this one's a little bit crooked. Just I'm probably going to have to dry this a bit. Yeah, it's a really good red color, Linda. So yeah, they make all sizes. I mean, I have a bunch of these. They make, you know, all kinds of different sizes. The cool thing about these is that you can, and they're all different colors. Like here's some colors that I have. I just don't use them a whole lot because Poscas are just easier to find and they're a little more they cost less. And so when I'm recommending something to somebody, I think the ink flow and all of that is just as good with those as it is with the Poscas. It's just nice to be able, like I like this red color better, and being able to refill them is really cool. So, but overall, like quality wise, like they work just as well. But the good thing about it is they sell like these blank, cartridge. I don't know what you want to call it. I think they call them cartridges, but pens. And you can mix colors, make your own color. Like you can buy like red refill ink and maybe pink. Okay. I'll have to go back and like straighten up some of these colors, you know, just like straighten up those lines a bit. But see, the coverage is really good on that. That's so cute. How cute is that? I love it. And then, of course, I'm going to go back and probably take a blue, maybe, and just clean up that side. But maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it. And then let's add a little glitter. Let's do some silver on these stars here. I'm gonna do a star like this. Oh, I just love the way this is looking. I really think I could add even more stars, or like maybe something here and here. So cute. Love that. You can see it's just a little sparkly. So it looks like the light's shining on it super bright right now, but it's really not like, you know, obnoxious or anything, the way that it looks like it might be. But you could do like little things here, little squigglies or something. Yeah, or you could do hearts. I think I'm going to leave it alone, but I do think you could put something here, maybe here, and here. It's just kind of that fine line. You don't want to get too overboard with it. Maybe even move this star right here and take this one and put it here. So like maybe if I made the template just a tad bit bigger, it would have filled up that space just a little bit more. But I mean, it still looks good like this, but just, you know, saying all of those things so that if you guys want to do this project, you kind of can like be thinking about that. But look how cute that is. I think it's going to look so pretty on the book stacks. Oh, sorry. Let's see. How cute is that? In the house. Perfect. Love it. Okay, well, that is our project for today. I love this. I think it looks great. Yeah, so if, again, Happy Lettering Club, you guys and Template Library subscribers, template is in the library, and just go, when you go to print it out, just scale it down. I would try like maybe 75% and see what happens. The brand is, Roxy asked what brand those, Molotow. Oh, you can't see that very well. Can you see that? You're not gonna be able to see that. Molotow, Molotow is the name of the markers. And I think that I have those in my Amazon shop. I know that they do sell that brand at Michael's, because that's where I got them for the very first time. But they just may not have all the different options. But yeah, they have different ink that you can. I had to watch a YouTube video to see how to do it. But you just basically unscrew the top, and you can pour the ink in there and refill them. So it's nice if you have a lot. Like I have, you know, this and this. I can use ink for both of them, and I'm not having to rebuy pens. You can also buy new tips for them. So on Amazon, you can just buy replacement tips. So when a tip kind of wears down, you can just replace the tip, which is super, super helpful. The one thing that I do like about these markers better than Posca is the tips on them are longer. So the Posca, I feel like the tips wear down pretty fast. And so when you're writing and you're looking at the pen, once you've been using it for a while, it's hard to tell where the point of the pen is. So like if you're looking down, see where you can see where the tip of that is. So if you're trying to like letter on a sign, sometimes it's hard because the Poscas will wear down and they just, the tips are just shorter. Now this one, they look the same, but this is brand new and this one is very old. So they're just longer. And to me, like whenever I'm writing and looking down, sometimes it's hard to see where that tip is if you're just trying to get like really in a really kind of tight little spot. But that is the one thing I do like. better about them. But they have all the same different sizes. They have the fine tips. They do make a brush tip. The round 2mm one, I know it's hard to see, but that is my favorite size. That is more of their fine tip, but it's not like a pointy tip. It's still like a nice round bullet tip, but it's just a finer tip. They do make, nope, that's Posca. Nope, that's Posca too. But anyway, they make all of the colors and they're great. You can try them out if you want. I love them. I just normally use Posca just because they're just easier to find and easier to for people to get. I sell them at Walmart, Michael's, all of the places. But anyway, okay, well, that is all I got for you today. Thank you. Hey, Candy, how are you? Thanks for jumping in, Candy. These would be cute in your frames. This is in the template library. Thanks for jumping on here today, guys, and hanging out with me. I have a live to do in the Painters Clubhouse at 2 o'clock. So I'm a busy bee today. So I am going to jump off of here and get ready for that. But I will see you guys next Wednesday here. And y'all have a good rest of your day.